Live with Brandon Mason.
That's right. We're back in the building right now. People coming to the chat right now. The Epstein list, Donald Trump government, did they fumble the whole thing, the system, the files, the list? Did they fumble it all? People in the chat right now. We got people coming into the building. We got Vaughn in the house, baby. Let's go.
Good morning.
Back in the building, baby. James, let's go. How you feeling this morning? Say what's up to these beautiful people out there in the chat right now, because listen, I got a question for you. I got a question for the people on our panel right now. Did Donald Trump, did the government, did they fumble the Epstein list? Did they handle it right? Vaughn, I'm going to talk with you right away, get started, because you weren't here yesterday. We had a lot of conversation. I'm going to ask you some things, and James, I'm going to go to you too right after that. Look, Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America. He had some options that he could have come out there and got it done properly. He gets out there on a big stage. All this time goes by. We talk about, obviously, when you had Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, all that, obviously in the building, president up there. I don't think he did that much, didn't release anything. But this was the chance for Trump to come out there and say, I'm going to release this list. He said he was going to do it, Vaughn. He said he's going to do it. He did it. But all those little black marks that are out there, where they're covered
even
up.
Little black marks.
What is it?
Whole pages.
Pages blocked out.
Over 500.
I'm just not a fan of that shit. I'm not happy about it. You guys know I like Trump for a lot of reasons. But my point is this. I got to be clear. I got to be focused. I got to tell you the honest truth. People coming here right now. There's no sugarcoating this shit. The reality is Donald Trump has a chance to make this right with the people. Donald Trump could get out there right now and say, hey, guess what, Vaughn? Here's the list. Hey, James, guess what? Here's the list. And you guys know I tell the truth. I got my bobblehead. Let me here you go right there. He's bobbling right there. The people in the building right now. Shout out to the 20 people coming in bright and early. Smack that damn like button if you're watching live, and make sure you vote right now. Did they handle this correct? I'm asking all you people watching live right now, pointing directly at the camera right now. Yes or no? Did Donald Trump, did the government handle this shit right? The reality is this is bad. He releases the files. They come out. All the little black marks, James, Vaughn, how do you block out somebody's name? Hey, here's somebody on the list. Block that. It's bullshit.
No.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah. They use the same redaction protocol as if they were going to use it for the witnesses, for political figures, for different types of people that shouldn't be redacted.
I mean, but the whole point is I pulled the pictures up of him. I see him on the side of the screen here. I'm not a fan of what he's done because we already get the idea of what Jeffrey Epstein has done. We get a pretty good indication of what he's done. The problem that I have is when I pull up his pictures, we talk about Trump, we talk about Bill Clinton, we talk about all these celebrities, we talk about the years of the things they have to go through, looking at the files, records, flights, everything that you could put together with this, and they come out with files that are blacked out. You can't see anything. And I want to wake up and I want to give my boy Trump some, some appreciation. He's out there. They hate him from the beginning. Like, I'm the guy that shows up and goes, this is my guy. Trump is my guy. But I got to tell you, I'm not saying I'm losing respect for him just yet because I don't know how this is going to span out. But what I'm going to say is this. This is a chance for Trump to make Democrats believe in him. That's how I feel. If he got up and he said, look, here's the list. James, here's the list. Here's everything. It's right here, black and white. Not blacked out, but black and white. You're going to go, this guy's straightforward. He put his buddy out there. He goes, look, I hate to say it. This is you. You did this. Or, hey, I went over there multiple times. I didn't do anything. Or I didn't go, but he was my friend. Explain it loud and clear. And then let's get past this. Let's move on to Venezuela. Let's move on to all the other shit going on in the world. But if you're not going to do that and you're going to put something on the damn internet and people go, this isn't shit. We waited this whole time for the release of the Epstein list before Christmas and you come out with nothing?
It's like if you message somebody and they don't answer you back, but they're online and they post something in their story. You're like, I just messaged you.
Yo, I just called you on the phone several times. You didn't say shit. That's when you're going through a breakup. Yeah. Hey, you want to talk about this? You get silent treatment. And now all of a sudden it's like, boop, over here having a coffee at Starbucks with two of my girlfriends. Not happy about that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You get in the chat right now. Look, everybody knows I'm a Trump supporter. I love a lot of what he does. People disagree with certain things. When you talk about deportations, when you talk about people that were over here, we got to get them out of here. They're not legal. I agree with a lot of things that Trump does. I'm a big fan of what Trump does. I love what he's trying to do for the country. But this is a chance And in the chat right now, if you're a Trump supporter, put Trump in there right now. I'm still a Trump supporter. That's not the problem. In the chat right now, if you love Trump, put Trump in the chat. If you don't, then put USA or put what you got to put. My point is, I'm literally turned off by the fact that not just Trump, our own country, Republicans, Democrats, the whole thing I got in a nutshell was Trump was his friend and Bill Clinton was on the island hanging out. I didn't get much outside of that. James, are you let down by this?
I wouldn't say I'm let down because I knew this was going to happen, but this is the biggest bullshit I think I've ever seen in my life over like what's going on here. Like, this stuff should have been released years ago, and then we've been gaslit for years at this point, telling us that it's going to come out or everything has been released. There's nothing new. We had the FBI director testifying in front of our faces saying there's nothing new to release. And then they release more stuff. And then they do it to just make Bill Clinton look bad. Everything's redacted. Everything is just so wrong in so many ways.
But here's my thing. We got to be honest though. Bill Clinton, he was in the mix, boy.
But listen,
but Bill Clinton said, release it.
Yeah.
He said, release the rest of the stuff. He said, don't just release my little pictures. Release everything.
Let me know what happened.
The reason Bill Clinton said that is if he's number one innocent, or if he did do something, it's nothing as bad compared to the other people on that list where it won't look bad at all.
You might be spot on. But what I'm saying is this. I'll be honest, I don't think Trump has anything going crazy in that list either. I think that the problem is
they blacked out his photos.
So that's the next thing. Are they going to remove everything that we know about being involved?
But we already seen these photos. They already had photos of the one with Michael Jackson and his kid and somebody else with their kid.
Yeah.
They blocked out the kids to make it look like
it was Diana's Ross.
Yeah. It is so bad.
But what is the point? So here's the thing.
To get everyone off the trail.
This is why I put this is bad, okay? I didn't put this is bad on today's show to say Trump is an asshole or Trump's a bad person. That's not what I'm trying to get at. What I'm getting at is the collective group. We're not just talking about Trump here. We got to be honest. We're talking about everybody involved. We're talking about FBI, investigations, government, people that got power, rich people, whatever you want to say. This is what I'm talking about. If you guys agree in the chat, put I agree. If you disagree, put you disagree. I'm just saying, when I take a look at the whole picture, Mile High in the freaking building. How you doing, baby? Welcome to the show. We love having you here. What I'm saying is this. I'm going to pull up some pictures in a second. I am taken back when I watch even some of these clips. I'm going to turn this down, though, because I think turn the volume down. When I watch this, him get up there and start talking to these people, they got questions. And you know why they got questions? Because they're really not happy about what's going on. And they're like, just tell us the reality. I'm still a Trump supporter. I still believe in what Trump does. I think that Trump actually wants America to be great again. I think he's trying to do all these things. But the problem that I have wholeheartedly is that when you sit back and you see how this got blacked out, the pictures, did you look at the pictures on there where it shows all the black marks? Did you see how it looked out there when you're just like, damn, they fumbled this? Because now the people are not going to stop on this.
It looked like this. I got all the files right here. Look, I had the whole file right
here. I mean,
come on.
Fumbling is unintentional.
Yeah.
Like somebody knocks the ball out your hand or something.
But that's my boy. That's my boy, right?
This is not fumbling.
So I'm protecting my boy a little bit.
But
because he didn't do nothing wrong yet.
But they did have a few things they forgot to redact, or they did it on purpose with Trump in it. They had what was it? He wrote a check for $22,000 for a fully depreciated girl.
Okay.
And they had a picture of Epstein holding the check signed by Trump with the girl.
I saw that, but
that was in Epstein's birthday book.
I saw that. There's some notes and shit like that.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing. When you hang out with people, there's always gonna be something going on. I'm not knocking him for hanging out with Epstein.
That might be an inside joke. It might just be.
But the problem is, I got my coffee. If you're in the chat right now watching live, drop your damn states in the chat. People starting to come in the building. Drop your states right now. If you're watching live, I want to know, is this bad? RLW in the building. What's going on? I see a lot of new fave people coming back in the building. We love and appreciate you. Smack that damn like button if you're watching now. Look, it's back under fire for a lot of reasons. Donald Trump can put this to bed. No one else can put this to bed. Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America. He can put it to bed. If he wants to close this shit out really easily, he goes, here's a list. Done. Everybody's going to go, that guy's a G. because we see what he's
Like,
with Venezuela.
He can't put it to bed because
he's not going to.
He's probably on this from what we just seen.
Or contributors to him.
Like he funded him in some type of way.
No, but I don't. Okay, you were talking about funding. That's another conversation. But what I'll say is this. I don't think the FBI, Republicans, Democrats, and all this shit going on, if they knew that he was doing some shit over there, he wouldn't be president right now.
Who are they protecting?
That's my opinion right now.
Who are they protecting? Who are they protecting?
They're protecting all the celebrities. They're protecting the rich people. So they're not protecting you and me right now.
Why are people okay with this happening?
Because these people run the world. These people are investors. These people are bankers. These people are celebrities that are helping build all the shit that we use on a daily basis. When those people have all that pool, you put somebody down, a lot of people lose a lot of things. And I think right now Trump is sitting back going, you know what? I think I know what's going on. I hung out over there. I had fun. Maybe not on the island, but he hung out with Epstein. A lot of people did. Similar. I always talk about this. It's similar to the Diddy conversation. I'm sure that he had a good time and had a good time, whether it was women or not, and whether it was something that was innocent or guilty, whatever. But the principal point is right now, when we look at the whole scheme, Trump is the only person that could put this to bed. Because if he comes out and goes, here's a list, people are going to say, damn, he put that list out there. He literally took the list and goes, but by the way, if you're watching live on your phone right now, smack that damn like button and subscribe right now. But Vaughn, if he puts a list out there right now, all the Democrats, if you're in the chat right now, let's start with this. Are you Republican or are you a Democrat? In the chat, put an R if you're a Republican, put a D if you're a Democrat. I'm going to ask you guys all a question. Vaughn, I bet you this. If you're watching live, do it right now. R Republican, D for Democrat. Here's the thing. If in fact Trump says, here's a list, all those Democrats are going to look at that list and they're going to see everybody on there with nobody crossed out, and they're going to go, now what are we going to talk about? Because this is what they have on Trump is the Epstein list. They don't have a lot right now. There's other things they can bring up after this. I'm sure they're going to come up with something. Democrats come up with something, right? With all respect, Democrats are going to come up with some shit. Oh, this guy's an asshole for this. But they can't get past the Epstein list because the Epstein list is the ticket for Democrats to put Trump, A, behind bars or something crazy, if that could ever happen, and two, impeach him.
But this isn't even a Democrat-Republican issue. It's like, how does the American justice system work and function and doing the right thing?
Yeah, and, but it is a Democrat issue because the Democrats highly think that he's involved and they highly want him to get in trouble for this.
Everyone should get in trouble.
Yeah, but the Republicans, I'm not saying that Republicans don't want the list out. Let me rephrase this. People in the chat right now watching live, how you feeling? Eric Brown in the building. All these people that we do from back in the day. Welcome back to the show, baby. All love to you. What I'm saying is this, though, James. I'm not saying Republicans don't want it out. Every Republican in the chat right now, watch this. Everybody, do you want the real list out? Yes or no? Watch. Every Republican, every Democrat's on the same page. Do you guys want the list out? Yes or no? Drop it in the chat right now, baby. I have a question for you right now. But here's the thing. It's not just that. It's Democrats are going to chase that topic only until that's put to bed. So they're going to use that as a fire. They're going to use accountability. They're going to use the Epstein list.
But why wouldn't you? If somebody keeps hiding something, you like, yo, there's something in there that I need to see now. Because now you're really hiding it now.
And Thomas Macy out of Kentucky, the representative from Kentucky, he's the one. He's the Republican leading this charge. Like, it's not just I'm so tired of like Democrat Republican issue. Like, you have like bad things happen on that island.
This is not a Democrat issue. This is an everybody issue. Let me be clear. But what I'm saying is the Democrats are going to run on this thing all the way through the election period. Republicans are not going to talk about this during the election period. Republicans are going to talk about the next way to get JD Vance or someone else in. The minute they go to, hey, let's get our person in office. You want Newsom in. You want to get Donnie and whatever. It don't matter. Ma'am Donnie. You want to get the next person in there. They're going to say, Trump is hiding shit from the list. Don't vote for him. If he releases the list and puts it out there and his ass is not on it and he's clear and he's good, those Democrats have to now go find something else. Republicans want it out. Democrats want it out. But the Democrats have nothing to talk about to that. They're going to talk about economy and what he's doing with Venezuela, and he did a bad job with the prisoners and deportation. That's all they're going to have right now. If he doesn't release this, they are going to use this as ammunition to get a Democrat in office. Republicans are not going to talk about this when it comes time for election period because they're not trying to get Newsom and Ma'am Donnie in office. So that's my point. It is a both person issue. It's a Republican and Democrat issue. But all I'm saying is Republicans are not going to argue this come election day.
But some are, and that's how some are using it as a platform. Because if the Republican Party used to stand for justice, the most conservative party out of the basically two options we have, and this is a complete obstruction of justice. Like Pam Bondi should be getting off of the attorney general role. Like everything here is it's so bad. And if you had to explain this to people, like, are they behaving like they're protecting people or not protecting people? Like, are they like? Of course they are. Like, this is
they are.
Like, how go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, compared to the celebrities and everything that we're talking about, shouldn't these people be held to higher integrity?
They should, like a police officer. Something happens, they'll do it higher tech. But the thing is that everybody's on the list. It's not about Republican, Democrat. They're both on the list. Republicans are on the list.
No, but
Democrats on the list.
Who's in the administration right now?
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
That are withholding information.
Yeah, the problem right now that we see, everyone that's watching live right now in the building, I think we all understand this. The main problem right now is that Trump is the president. Republicans got the office. The Republicans run the show. And because the shit is not out there fully, the Democrats are going to take advantage of that and be like, hey, you're not. But when Joe Biden was in there, it was cool. And I get it. You got to do it. If Joe Biden was in there right now, they'd be like, that would be a tactic they got to use. But they know they go after Trump. Boy, he's got that.
No, but if there was pictures floating around with Joe Biden and they would Trump would have been like, hey,
what's he doing?
We need the files. We need the files.
So who's doing a bad job? So I got a question. Who's doing a bad job now? Is the Democrats not doing a good enough job to get him out of office, or is the Republicans doing a good enough job keeping him in office? Because you're on the Epstein list and the FBI knows about it. How does Trump win? Somebody's not doing something right.
The FBI director was lying to us, telling us everything had already been released, and here we go with more stuff. Like, I think you make America great again by being transparent. A democracy functions on uncomfortable truth sometimes, not just sanitized trickle truth, Yeah. Like, that's how you make America great again. This is the opposite of everything.
Look, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're watching live in the chat right now, I got a question, and I'm going to put a poll in the chat. I'm going to end the first poll real quick. I see everybody puts, no, we want the list. People just starting to come in here right now. I'm going to drop a poll in the chat right now. If you're watching live, the poll is going to ask you, who will win the next election? And this is an important one I got right now. Republican? Hey, this is important. Democrats. And I'm going to ask that right now. Republican? Democrats right now. Go vote right now. If you're watching live, I just put the poll in the chat. Everybody in the building right now. Pitbull Mama, Jeff Lee, RLW, Hanifa in the building. Amani, how you feeling? Tracy, people, Mile High, what's going on? Let me scroll through that list right now. Linda, if you're in the building right now. Eric Brown, Kylie, if you're in the chat right now, leave a damn message right now. I want to ask you guys these questions.
Are a lot of states like flipping now?
Some are.
Flipping to what?
The 2026 midterms or the new elections are going to be huge.
Flipping to what? In the chat, Republican or Democrat? What the hell? Who's going to win the election? I got to tell you right now. The Epstein list is important. But I'll tell you this. Our country right now, when we got rid of all those people that are being deported, there's a lot of freaking people, a lot of Americans that are very happy that they're riding on that. And then you have a lot of Democrats that are like, they should stay, right? And I think that is going to be a massive, massive conversation that I think that our own country has to have. Literally, like, our own country has to look at each other and go, do you want to have all these people here you don't know, or are you cool with random people coming in here and living here? I mean, that's what it's going to be. And if you're cool with it, then vote Democrat. If you're not cool with it, then vote Republican. I'm not saying that that's the reality of what, I'm not trying to sit here and tell you that if you're a Democrat, you're a bad person, let people in here. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is Republicans do not want all these people from different countries pouring in here. I know that for a fact. And they voted on that. Democrats might not want that. They vote for other things, but a lot of them are like, I'm cool with that. Because you know you're going to get that.
I'd rather have people pouring in here illegally than having people
protecting what the heck happened on this island, protecting the rich and powerful. Like,
but hold on a second. That's true. But that's also Republicans and Democrats. So we got to keep that real. It's not like the list is Republicans. The list is Republicans and Democrats. And they're all being protected. Well, there's not just Republicans. Well, so let's be clear.
Yeah, but we want the list. The people want the list released.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And the government's not releasing the list.
Big Bill in the building. How you feel? No, I agree. But guess what? Democrats didn't do it either. So we got to.
They don't have any power right now.
But we can't keep saying that.
But when you
so hold the Republicans accountable.
But what I'm saying is this. That's true, and I agree. Right now it's time. This is Trump's time. That's all I'm saying. This is bad for Trump. I'm saying that. But I'm also saying Democrats weren't saying that before. That's all I'm saying. Democrats that are saying, hey, They weren't saying that shit when Joe Biden was there. They were like, oh, how's Joe Biden on his bicycle? Now, all of a sudden, Joe Biden.
We weren't even really talking about it. I really didn't even hear anybody talking about it during that time.
That's what I'm saying. But why not? The guy was in, Jeffrey Epstein was in, died. Jeffrey Epstein was in prison for it. Ghislaine Maxwell was in prison. What did Joe Biden do? Nothing. Trump gets in. He's a bad person. Republicans are bad people. They're not releasing lists. They shouldn't be there. Impeach this man. Democrats weren't saying impeach this man when we had Joe Biden in there. That's all I'm saying. I think this is very bad for Trump by not doing this. But I'm also saying, hey, let's not say it's Trump. Let's not say it's Republicans. Let's say this is everybody. This is government related. This is higher power related. This is Republicans, Democrats, presidents, politicians, foreign affairs, whatever you want to say. That's who's involved.
Do you believe that the president has the power to release the list unredacted?
I'll be honest with you. I don't know what power that they have. I know the investigations have to go through, but I do believe that Trump has a lot of pull, and if he wants to release the list, he could probably get the list
okay,
out.
And he's
so that's why I'm saying this is bad.
Okay, and he's done many things that aren't even constitutional, and he's just making these orders. So
but I'm agreeing with that.
He can release. So why would he not be releasing the list?
Yeah. So again, I agree 1,000%. This is bad because he's protecting people, I believe, and I think Democrats doing it too.
So we should be on, even if you are a Republican, we should be on the phone with all the Republican senators saying, what the heck's going on? Like, that's how you make America great again.
And I don't even trust the list anymore anyway.
No, hold on. But I'm agreeing with that. I'm agreeing with that. But where was that when Joe Biden was there? That's all I'm saying. When Joe Biden was there, I'm saying this because of this. I'm saying it now when Trump's in office, this is bad. I'm a Trump supporter. I'm saying this is bad for Trump doing this. I'm saying this is horrible. I'm saying if he doesn't do this right, Republicans are going to go, what's going on? Right? I'm saying that. But guess what? I'm the same person saying that when Joe Biden's in there. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I don't flip my script and become overly verbal now that Trump is in office. I become verbal no matter who's in office. And that's my point. Democrats are trying to protect Democrats. Republicans try to protect Republicans. And now it's like shoes on the other foot. We got people being real vocal. I'm vocal all the time. And I try to keep that same thing going on. If it's a white person and they're acting bad, boom. Black person acting bad, boom. I don't go, I'm going to protect the white people. I'm going to protect the black people. I'm going to protect the Miami people. No, I'm going to tell the truth. This is what's going on. And I feel like in the office right now and in our country right now, we got a lot of people that are very, very they want to talk a lot when they talk about Trump. But when they talk about Joe Biden, well, he's not there right now. When he was there, he didn't say shit. That's confusing for me. And I do get he's not there right now, so move on. I get that. I'm with that. Hey, that's old news now, and it is. But why weren't you vocal when he was there? Didn't matter now because Democrats are in office. We're good now. That's the problem. And that's why I don't appreciate politicians. And that's why when I talk to people, I got to keep it very black and white down the middle. This is bad for Trump, and I've made that very clear. And I want to ask a question right here. Power protection, unanswered questions, right? Which we're diving into. There's a lot of power. We got the prince lost his title. You guys also brought that up, right? And why did they do that? Because they found an issue. Hey, you're not the prince no more. That sucks, right? Trump now, if he's on the list and he didn't do shit wrong,
didn't even get released either. So they just straight off of
protected him,
his name getting brought up, he got.
You know damn well they're going to protect people if they can. Hunter Biden is protected by who? Joe Biden, right? If my dad was a president, I hope to God he pardons me for some shit if I did something stupid.
Whoever they have trying to handle this is the worst choices all the time. Like if you wanted to cover this up, there's so many better ways to do it. Like you got to give the people a little bit of something. Not like everything they do makes it look worse. Like covering up the faces of the president when we already seen it. It only makes it look worse for them.
Yo, that's what I had.
This is the opposite of everything. The memos of oh, there's a girl for this person. Yeah. Then they block out the person calling. They were supposed to be protecting the victims. It seems like they're protecting the perpetrators even more than the victims. And could you imagine how bad the victims feel who had to come forward and do this? And that's
my
no
next thing
for them.
And I agree with that. That's my next thing I want to get into right now. That's a very good point that James just brought up right now. I'm going to pull it up on the screen right now. Victims are being silenced after files are released. And I'm not saying they're going to them door to door being like, you better be quiet. You better be quiet. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is these victims, when the list came out and they go, damn, like you did all that. We did all these conversations and meetings and press conferences and news meeting and whatever for you to come out and do, hey, there's a lot of people on the list. They're all blacked out. I agree, James. I think that the freaking people out there, the victims out there, they got some real issues. They're getting no justice. And let me tell you something. Those victims out there, though, those victims aren't, and I got to be clear, these victims aren't sitting there going, All the Republicans did something bad to me. They're not doing that. They're saying these people on that island did bad shit to me and I want it released. And Trump now is the guy who can be the hero. If he wants to be the hero, and look, I vouch for him. I think he does a lot of great things. Some people disagree. I think he does a lot of good things. But the bad things that he's not doing is this. And I got to tell you, I think that this is getting worse. I think because of him not, I mean, come on. If you had one person blocked out, who are we going to say it is, B? If one person was blocked out in the whole list, who would it be?
We all know.
It's
So
Trump.
that's what you're going to do. Everyone's going to say that. If you block out 2 people, one of them's Trump. If you block out 10 people, one of them's Trump.
No,
and that's the thing. But I agree with you.
They're gonna read, and if it makes sense to be Trump, they're gonna say it's Trump.
I think they're gonna just say Trump anyway. Because our world now, social media related, the minute
it has to make sense though. If people are if it says something that doesn't make sense to be Trump, they're not gonna say it's Trump.
But if one person's blocked out on the list, this person came over here, was spending time with us, underage girls, not much, very vague, like James just said. They kept things very vague. They swept it under the rug, under the carpet. Everyone's gonna assume that Trump is on the list 100%.
It's not going to be vague. It's going to
explain it.
Explain to where you could kind of understand who it is. Yeah.
But they're going to go, oh, this guy with white hair and this and that. I don't think they're going to do that.
They do. They do a description.
6 foot. They're going to say this guy's a 6'2" and he's got white hair and I don't know about that.
How they do the description?
Looks like Santa Claus.
They do descriptions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean description? Oh, this guy's like gonna give the height and weight and shit.
Like in the beginning of like, they will have it like as your because they'll have you as like maybe like I'll just use the example like defendant 1 or something.
Yeah, got it.
Like, yeah. So they'll already have that description of that person.
Yeah.
So they'll say, oh, he walked up to the boom boom boom.
They're still gonna put, but they're still. By the way, on the screen right now, Epstein files will hurt Republicans or Democrats. I'm going to talk about that in a second. I know what you're saying. They're going to give a little description of somebody. You can try to make out who's who. Yeah. Like it was like, oh, this person who's big in music, where we talk about with Meek Mill and Diddy, whatever. Yeah. They're going to give a little description. You're going to try to put it together, piece it together. Yeah. And I got so excited about that.
It hurts.
I'm bleeding.
It hurts the people who did this stuff.
Not lying. Look, I'm really bleeding. Not lying.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. Getting a little excited over here.
You're so upset over the Epstein file.
I'm not upset about it.
You should be. We should all be furious.
I'm just saying, people that are watching live in the chat, I try to keep it real. Ever since they've known in the chat, do I keep it real? Yes or no? In the building, do I keep it real? Because let me tell you something. As we get ready to open up by the way, you guys are a big part of what we're doing. We're getting ready to start building this stream to much bigger. You're going to see all the people pouring in here. I got a lot of practice now. People in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Do I keep it real? Yes or no? Because I'm not hiding shit. I mean, honestly, I hate to say, look, I got Trump sitting on my desk. If he's on the Epstein list and he did some crazy shit, I got to put Trump over there now. I got to take him off my desk.
Well,
right now, he's
put him over there.
Because the garbage is out there.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying I'm going to put him on the side by the printer. Like, what do you mean? I'm just saying.
Keep him in the tuck just in case.
So far, he hasn't. So far, I've gotten nothing that Trump's a bad person. I've gotten none of that. People talk about the deportations. They talk about everything. Epstein list is number 1. You want to talk about Trump deported, thousands of people from here. They're illegal. He said he deported bad people, but he also deported good people. Yeah, we know that. We know that he deported good people and bad people from this country that weren't supposed to be here. And he goes, oh, there's a lot of violent criminals and that. And it could have been 5% of whatever, right? Of violent people. I'm just saying, I don't disagree with that though. So I still like what he does because he's like, let's fix our country. But this is a problem.
So if you came into my bar and I'm the bartender and I keep giving you drinks, keep giving you drinks, then you go leave, get in your car and drive away and get into a car accident. And you're visibly drunk and I keep giving you more drinks. Yeah. Then who's to blame in that situation?
Look, the law is the bartenders doing that. But here's the problem. I don't believe in that.
That's both. It's both of you guys.
I don't believe in that at all.
If you're visibly drunk, I couldn't keep giving you drinks.
I don't believe in that at all though. I think that's just dumb. That's a dumb rule. Because here's why. I think it's a safety rule. Yeah, if you're watching live in the building right now, smack that damn like button. It's a safety rule. But here's the problem. I'm not responsible for what you do. I'm serving all these people. I can't remember everybody's face. Oh, is he drunk? He's not. Okay, can't tell. Are you drunk? I'm not drunk. Oh, I thought you were. Oh, yeah. Let me do a DUI test. Let me do. I'm working my bar.
No, I don't like visibly drunk.
Yeah, if they're
even hardly.
If they're sloppy and they're falling over on the bar and shit, we're not giving them nothing. But I'm just saying, when you serve somebody 2 drinks, they might be sloppy. And you don't know to get in the car and to kill somebody. So I'm just saying that I don't hold these people responsible for that. The law does, but I think some of this shit's kind of bullshit. Like, I'll be honest. Like, you work at a bar and you let somebody in and you didn't know they were going to go hurt somebody, but you're security. You let somebody in, they hurt somebody. Von's a bad person. Let the person in. You might, I don't know. I can't tell. You look like you might be a violent person. Like, this kind of shit is hard to do. The law is setting people up for real. Like, the law is, I'm not going to lie. Certain laws are crazy. You go through a speed zone. I was saying, I got all these tickets coming. You go through a speed zone, it goes from like 15 to 20 to 25, back 20. My car is, I don't know where I'm at right now. The school zone is on, is it off, it's flashing, it's 15, go slow. People are beating me, got to go faster. The cop's telling you to go, but I'm going slow because, like, this shit is stressful. Like, everything that's going on in the world, this is just one of them. And I want to ask you guys this question now that we're on this topic. Epstein files, will it hurt Republicans or Democrats for the next election? This is an important conversation. In the chat right now, will this hurt Republicans or hurt the Democrats with the current release of the files? Will it hurt Republicans or Democrats in the chat? Put an R or put a D. Here's why I say this. I know how I feel about it, but I'll tell you this. It's not Republicans behind the list only. It's Republicans and Democrats. So Democrats, but I agree. It's everybody.
But that any party can become the hero by getting it released too. So the Republicans can
We're on the same point.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Getting the thing released, because it's like this we should be standing for justice, on the right side of justice here. This is insane to me that this is going on for so long, and we look like we're protecting the wrong people here.
Yep.
And that feels really gross to me.
Well, you know what's crazy? I'll tell you this. My initial thought on this, and I hate to say this, my initial thought is, why are those girls going on that island? Right? Going there for money or whatever. Bunch of rich guys going over there. If they were taken over there and they didn't want to go and they were forced to go, whole other story. If they're going over there, 16 years old, 17 years old, going over there, knowing you're not 18 years old, just going over there, trying to hang out. If you're 12 years old and you're manipulated at 12 years old, it's a weird thing. At 16 years old, 17 years old, these girls are pretty damn smart, right? They're 1 year from being legal. You know what I'm saying? They know what they're doing.
I
No,
disagree.
I'm not saying, but I'm not. No, but I'm not saying. I'm not saying that this is right or wrong. I'm not. First off, no, I am saying it is wrong of the guys or the girls, whatever. Ghislaine Max. It's not just men. Ghislaine Maxwell's over there too.
The shittiest part is they used women to recruit other girls.
No, I get it.
So they have the defenses down. It's so manipulative.
They use little girls to recruit more little girls from school.
That's a whole nother situation. That's what I'm saying. I didn't say that though. I said girls that go over there that are those younger girls. I'm talking 12, 13, whatever years old. That is already immediately, I don't care what anybody says, you're an asshole. You knew that was not right. Girls that are 16, 17 years old, I'm saying they probably know who they are. So these people on the Epstein are wrong anyway. But I'm saying, if they're going over there, these girls at 16, 17, they know why they're going there. If they're not forced to go, they're flying over there with older men knowing I'm going over there with all these rich guys, having fun, whatever. They're very immature. And obviously they're not thinking correctly. They're not mature enough to know what they're doing. I get all that. But the point is, years go by now, right? Years go by, and here comes the flock, right? And now they're like, how old now? Late 20s, whatever. I'm just giving you an example, 30s, whatever. And they're coming out and they're like, I was over there. Yeah, I was bad. And if they're gonna get paid on it, they're going crazy for it now. And now it comes out. What do they say now? They went crazy for it. What are they gonna get?
It's been coming out.
But what are they gonna get for it?
Back then.
But what are they gonna get for it?
They just wanted justice.
Oh, that's it?
There was
some of them want money.
Maybe if you get a little bit of money out of it, probably. But there was a lady reporting it back in the day, and they
hold on. How much said in the chat? How much said those girls with Trump were his models from the beauty pageants? So are you saying it was bad? So in the chat right now, Hanifa, what's going on? Are you saying that he didn't do anything wrong, or are you saying he did something wrong? Were they just his crew? Nothing was wrong, or he did something wrong? In the chat, if you're watching live, put Trump if you're a Trump supporter, and if you're not, put USA right now. People in the building, we are having this conversation because I'm just being completely honest with you. And I've been saying this from the start of the show today, is the shit is just not looking good for Trump if he doesn't let it down. You know, it's funny. I've been saying this now for about 4 or 5 months. I've been saying this every single day we went live. John Doe in the building. How you feeling? He said they were all in their 20s. People come in chat. Any illegal people over there or underage people? I don't know.
No, there was some pictures of girls on there that just had their heads blocked out. They do not look like they were in their 20s.
I don't know, James.
And you could even remove Trump from the topic here, but he's the president of this country. He should be demanding that these things are released unredacted to get the people that perpetrated these crimes
I agree.
to justice. And who could argue with that? That's how you would look amazing out of this whole thing.
And just to clear your name.
Yeah,
But
I don't even care. They could scrub his name for all I care, but do something.
But my problem. So here's my only thing. I want you to answer this, James, because James independent. He goes Republican, Democrat, independent, leans Democrat at times, then Republican, whatever. My point is this, though. When you have the opportunity to explain this and you put it out there, he's in office. He should do it. I agree 1,000%. If he doesn't do it, then he's a bad person. Okay, I'll give you that too. Republicans are all in there. Well, they're to blame for it because they run the House right now. They can decide this and that. I'll give you that too. But the point is, I believe you would be you would be the same way if we had a Democrat that was in office running. If Joe Biden was in there and all this was coming out and he came out with some redacted
I'd be
shit.
criticizing anybody.
You'd be like, what the hell? Yeah. But my point is this. If you look at all the Democrats about this is all they're talking about. The minute that this goes away, and this is a thing of the past, right? If Trump came out with this, I believe Democrats now will be more on Trump's, not on his side, but they'd be like, well, he said he was going to do it, and he did it, that's done. But instead, he didn't release it the proper way. So does this mean that his legacy is basically, if he doesn't release this list and he leaves the office, James, is it like people are done with him or what?
He has the opportunity to make such a big legacy by bringing these people to justice.
Yeah.
It would be probably one of the biggest stories of all time.
I don't think that, I'll be honest, I don't think that's ever going to happen.
But why not? Right? Like, why don't we go to the next question?
Even with Democrats in there. I think if you put a Democrat in office right now, running the show, president comes out, I don't think they're releasing it. I think you got higher power. You got physical problems. You got violence problems. You got verbal threats. You got physical threats. You got a lot of shit from different people, different countries. There's a big financial war and all this stuff. I guarantee you. All we know is this, though. Jeffrey Epstein's ass is gone. They got his ass. They got Ghislaine Maxwell. They got the two perpetrators. They got those two people, and they found them guilty of whatever they did. They said they did X, Y, Z. All those other people that were involved, I mean, what's up with that? When they went to prison, though, here's a question for you. When they went to prison, though, who was the president? Who was the president when Jeffrey Epstein went to prison?
The first time? I think it was like
Biden.
Obama. Because he was like,
which time? Yeah, which time
okay.
is right. But
no,
like,
I mean, the most recent time.
You mean when he killed himself?
Yeah.
I think it was under the Biden administration.
Okay. So Ghislaine Maxwell? Yeah, no, it was. Hold on. Ghislaine Maxwell in prison, right? I believe under Joe Biden, right? I believe, I can double check, right, in the chat. The question is, at that point, this is my biggest question. When those people went to prison, why did they go to prison? Because what they did. At that point, they know what's going on. So if those people went to prison for doing X, Y, Z and bring these people over there, why do all those other people get to run free and they got those two people? They got the two biggest people involved, in my opinion.
Jeffrey
right?
Epstein was found dead on August 10th, 2019.
Okay.
So that was Trump 1. That was number 45.
He was found dead.
Yeah.
So here's a question. In the chat right now, Jeffrey Epstein got arrested, was put in prison under Trump, right?
Right. That was, I'm
2019.
so bad with COVID time is everything.
No, I mean, listen.
Yeah,
we're putting the spot here.
Yeah.
Putting the spot, got a lot of conversation. So at that point, right then and there, that's a question I got. And again, I call it out, black and white, I don't care who's president. At that time, I believe that's when all these other people, they knew what was going on. They brought him in, they questioned him. They didn't just bring Jeffrey Epstein in his Russell and put him in prison and not talk to him. They're like, hey, what happened? I'm sure that people had to have conversation. Ghislaine Maxwell, I'm sure her ass didn't want to go to prison, right? They brought her in there. She was having conversation. They probably told a whole bunch of shit. People had things to talk about. People had things to say. They did that. And then at that time, why did everybody else get a chance to slide out, right? Did Trump put him in prison? You know what? While we're looking at it right now, let's just do it. Who was the president, to make this correct right on the screen, who was the president when Jeffrey Epstein was arrested or convicted?
Which
right?
time? You gotta put which time? Convicted
for, they're going to know this one because it's going to pop on the damn screen. They're going to know what the hell we're talking about in the building right now.
Jeffrey Epstein.
I'm going to pull it up right now. You guys know I'll pull it up on the screen.
He just said it was Trump.
Well, so look, hold on. It's going to talk about a bunch of stuff. Conviction here, another conviction. He was convicted in 2008. So that's another one that you were just talking about, right? So in a second, we're going to pull up the other one. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. But I have a question for you, James. Mm-hmm. If Trump put him in prison, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell,
prison,
or whoever did,
the Justice Department.
Yeah, but I'm saying no. But under his leadership, listen, if you're keeping people out of trouble right now, they could have did it for Jeffrey Epstein then. When Jeffrey Epstein got put in prison, he knew a lot about this shit, right? His ass is gone. Mm-hmm. We know why his ass is gone. I don't believe for a second that Jeffrey Epstein, I'm starting to feel this way. In the chat, did Jeffrey Epstein commit suicide or did somebody take his life? Did Jeffrey Epstein commit suicide or someone take his life?
I think it looks so clear as
I think it's getting more clear.
That something happened in there, and
I think it's getting more clear right now.
They were supposed to release the footage too from his cell block,
and they had time missing or something, right?
Here's what it looks like. Yeah, everyone, here's the footage. Here we go.
Again. So and look, I'm on one hand, the question Mile High said, is he still alive? On one hand, right? I'm asking people like, is Trump considered a moral person for putting him behind bars or putting Glenn Maxwell behind bars because they were these two perpetrators?
He didn't do it though.
No, but I'm saying, what do you mean? He got put behind bars. What do you mean during Trump's leadership? I'm saying but he can do it right now too. He can push the issue to get more people on the list.
But he doesn't have like
the power.
He
doesn't really know. Like if they're busting somebody, he might know.
Okay, so that leads us to the next point.
He usually finds out after.
That leads us to what? The next point. Who's responsible for the list then? Obviously, Trump's not responsible anymore because you just said that he wouldn't know. So therefore, right now, what's going on? Trump doesn't do that.
Brandon, if this was a movie, we'd be halfway through saying, I know how this ends. I put everything together. Except here, we're like, nope, nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
this is his responsibility now.
But initially, okay, let me explain this again.
That's what I said now.
No. But we just discussed that Epstein was arrested and he was put behind bars and he committed suicide during that time was under Trump. We all in that position right now? Or I don't agree with that. People in the chat said that too.
But you can say it looks even worse.
Let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I say that, my question is he considered a moral person because that happened and he got put behind bars, right? Because people are going to say he didn't do it, but I'm going to say this. If that time this all happened and Jeffrey Epstein got put behind bars, so it was a bad thing he did, he's in prison. Ghislaine Maxwell, prison, right? Now, we're saying that now they want more of the list released, right? So what I'm saying is when he got put behind bars, nobody else was affiliated with them. It was just those two at that time. So are they going to show Trump love? Should they show Trump love? Because he put those perpetrators, he made sure, or he saw it, or he didn't hide it, he didn't try to stop it, whatever. They were put behind bars. Is it a good thing that happened? Or is it a bad thing? Because even though they got put behind bars, they left all these other people out. Like they didn't, because they had to be bringing people to the island for having fun and all that shit, but apparently nobody got in trouble. So that's the thing I was to put at the bottom of the screen right here is who's responsible, and was anyone else held accountable? Was anybody else? Is it only those two people of the whole thing?
Look it up.
Actually, it was the New York. It was a federal court out of New York. That's who convicted Epstein.
But was anybody else held responsible in the whole situation? Anybody else arrested? Except for those two.
ChatGPT.
I'm asking right now. Was anyone else arrested for what? The Jeffrey Epstein scandal?
And he was actually never convicted because he died during the trial, which makes it even crazier.
Yeah.
And then I don't know.
I agree. I'm looking here. Hold on a second. Here we go. I got it on the screen right here now. Let's pull it up. This is what I wanted to know.
If a Democrat was president, would he have been killed himself in jail?
We'll find out right now.
Right now, it's like
both people on the list. Here we go.
It goes both ways.
I put on here. Was anyone else arrested for Jeffrey Epstein scandal? This is the question. It says, yes, but very few people have actually been arrested and criminally charged in the connection with the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking scandal. The legal accountability beyond Epstein himself has been extremely limited. Okay? People arrested or charged. Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and it says, look at this. Jean-Luc Brunel from France. There's nobody else in. Oh, hold on a second. See what I'm saying? Former British Royal Prince Andrew.
That's just mentioned or investigated.
But you see how this,
not arrested.
Right. But you see how like they're bringing, well, hold on up here. No, number 3 says, it says Jean-Luc Brunel. It says right there, France. That's there, right? Below that says others mentioned.
Go look him up.
But
you're
going
to find some really interesting things and connections.
Yeah, I see who.
You see what I'm saying?
I know who that guy is.
Jean-Luc, yeah. Go chat GPT him and his connections.
Who?
The French guy.
Jean-Luc?
Yeah.
You want me to pull him up on the damn screen?
Yeah, I'd like to see this.
Look, and so that's what I was putting on. There was anyone else connected? Because I'm here. Hold on, I'm pulled up right now. By the way, look at this picture. This picture gets me every time. I'm not gonna lie. This picture here, boy. When I see this picture right here, This guy is creepy, man. I just, and what it is only because of what we know now, right? Of what we know now. Back then, maybe not. But I'm going to Google this right now. What's the guy's Jean-Luc Brunel? Is that what his name is? Jean-Luc Brunel? Is that what his name is? Here we go. Get on screen right now. You're saying, look up this guy right here?
Yeah, look at his connections.
Does anybody know who this guy is right here? Jean-Luc
and Vaughn do.
Brunel? Let's take it. Oh, okay. It says 3 former models say they were assaulted by Jeffrey Epstein's friend.
Yeah, but just look at his connections.
I mean,
current famous people.
I'm looking at the guy right here. I'm looking at just his pictures. And that's the thing. But anyway, long story short, we didn't hear nothing outside. After this, it was like nothing, right? We didn't hear anything about this guy. He's not behind bars. Is he dead? I don't know what's going on with this guy. At the end of the day, we really only have 2 people connected to the whole scandal. We got Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. Epstein's gone. Ghislaine Maxwell, she's on like, her lifestyle is actually not that bad right now, right? She's in a position where she's gonna be on house arrest soon. She got basically sent to another prison, a lower. Let's pull it up on the screen right now. She got sent to she was in maximum before, similar to maximum security, whatever. Now she's in like a lower security thing, and you see pictures of her with him here. Obviously, this had to do with something with, there was a lot of money involved. I don't know what she did. She's got that, she's got that strong, she got that short hair look. A lot of girls can pull that off. A lot of girls get tough with that. It looks like a political. She looks like she can really cover some ground. You just take a look at this. It's sad because we know what happened now, but now her ass is about to get out. She's about to get out. Let's just say, let's just Google this real quick while we're sitting here right now, people. Here we go. Her prison life. We showed this video, Vaughn. Remember before? We showed this video of her talking behind bars. She was in prison having that conversation. I'll be honest with you. I feel like, and this was a conversation that we had to have today because I was like, man, this is bad because nobody's talking about it. Nobody's bringing it up. Are we buffering in the chat right now? You guys watching live? Are we buffering? You guys getting it clear? Let me know. Look, I'll leave you guys with this. James, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm pulling up on the bottom of the screen here. Do you think now that all this is done, I'll pull at the bottom here, the victims, they said what they had to say. They got this. Will anything else come from this? Is it investigation now? All that's out. Is this going to be invested again? Can it be investigated again?
It should. Some people believe that in the next administration, whether it be Republican or Democrat,
that's interesting,
that they will push forward. People that do care about justice and transparency.
Hold on a second. That's very interesting because I didn't ask that question, and I probably should. People that are watching, do you think, if you guys are watching in the chat right now, do you think the next administration, Republican or Democrat, will reopen this whole case?
No, but that's not all the files. They're still releasing them.
Oh, see that?
They couldn't release them all at once.
I did see that. So hold on a second. So are people reacting too soon?
They were supposed to release everything under the law on Friday.
Yeah, I know that.
So we're already in breach of this whole thing.
But hold on. But hold on a second. Whether they had, I'm going to pull up Fox right now on the screen because I'll do that.
What's the point? What's the point of releasing 500 pages of just black?
Yeah. Look, by the way, we got our Black Crest shorts on the right. Black Crest is popping up right there. Bro, get your Black Crest shorts. Brandon25, I meant to say that early on the show. Black Crest, use it right there. Brandon25, get your shorts about on the screen. They got them pulling up right now because we always look up Black Crest. Here we go right here. Let's pull this up. Justice Department releases Epstein documents with warnings about Trump allegations. False claims exposed. Okay? So these are the things. Again, you're not going to see this on CNN's website. I bet you right now. And when I talk about this, James, you said that they're going to be fair over there. I disagree. Let me turn this damn thing down. Give me a second here. There we go. I disagree. I think that CNN is going to do a really good job making Trump look bad. And you can see right here. I just pulled it up. Epstein files job includes untrue stuff about Trump, right? Untrue stuff about Trump, right? Now watch this. Watch when I go to CNN. I'm going to show you what they say about Trump. If we go in here, boy, and we find something, it's going to be all negative. Look, Trump long tortured. Just what? I'm going to show you because I want you to see.
You can't, how they saying the files include untrue? It's the files.
But no, what they're saying is that people are saying things that aren't true. And so take a look at this.
No, it said file drop.
But check it this.
It said the files are saying untrue things about Trump.
Look at it. Well, we'll have to look at that then. Justice Department releases new batch of documents and Epstein. So here it is. Is this what we're talking about? These blocked out looking things all the time, black lines.
No, but that's how it's supposed to look, like that.
Yeah.
This.
Just
not
little,
knowing who it's sent from.
Just a little bit.
Got that. I got that. But look, President Donald Trump's name has appeared in the latest file drop, including reference to flights records related to Epstein's private plane. Okay? Doesn't say on the island. It says private plane. So far, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong there. Epstein, abuse survivor, says she would love to see Trump impeach over handling investigation. See, this is where, and you guys know I call a spade, and I don't bullshit around, and I don't try to say yada yada. Even though I'm a Trump supporter, I love what he does. I'm making that clear. I'm a Trump supporter. I love a lot of things that he does, but I'll tell you this right here. I don't know about impeach. I'm not really sure about that, and we don't know what's happening yet. All the stuff's still coming out. We'll see. But I hate to say this, but I agree with the simple fact that over the handling of the investigation, if in fact this is Trump's fault, because we just had this conversation, everybody here saying it's not, Trump doesn't do that, Trump's not involved in that. Well, what'd she say? She wants to see him impeached over handling of the investigation. So hold on a second. Does that mean that they're saying that Trump handles the investigation? He doesn't handle the investigation. So why are they putting it on CNN's website?
Who?
Look right there.
When you're in charge, all the blame comes back to you.
I know.
So you know that's not acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
I give you that.
You know it's not acceptable.
But I'm agreeing with that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying right there, overhandling of investigation. Now, if I would have said that, people would have said he doesn't handle that, right? But you see, CNN will flip the script immediately and tell you, and they'll put everything about negative about Trump. Look, it doesn't even. It only talk. Here's my problem. It only talks about Trump. Look. Go through the whole thing. CNN just wants to make Trump look bad. I'm just showing you. Look, everything. Keep going down. And then if you go up to the top here, it's nothing but Trump.
Nobody knows anybody else's name.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why
you better start letting other people's names go.
When it comes to this,
but nailed it down.
But what is he doing to make it look good? If he was out there saying, I'm going to get the bonds, I'm releasing everything unredacted, what are they going to say?
Yeah.
Like he's like, and remember his first stand, he used to ask for it to be released. He changed his stances on this multiple times, even from calling it all fake and nothing's even real.
Yeah, so I agree.
Even the people that are in power, Kash Patel, the vice president before becoming the vice president, they all were speaking out against like releasing the list, getting justice, and now is completely flip-flopped.
Look, I'm trying my best to make sure that I am being as honest as possible. Because listen, as we build this thing, and we're getting a lot of fucking practice right now, right? And all people start coming in here, and I'm trying to do my best to explain it. It's perfect as I can. And you guys know I call a spade a spade. I don't like that this sits like this, right? Like, I can agree with every Democrat that goes, this is bullshit, right? Now, I don't know how much Trump can release or not release. I'm not in that department. But if, in fact, Trump is able to get this done and he's not getting it done properly, then I think that this is severely incorrect and it's bad. If he's responsible, I don't know if that's the case. I would imagine that he's got something to do with it. If he's responsible, then it's horrible. Hold on, Chrome has something to say. He was talking about himself, not the Epstein files was a hoax. Okay, here we go. Chrome mentioned this. He was saying, he's not saying that, the Epstein files was a hoax. He's saying that him being involved with the situation is a hoax. And so that might be true because he's saying he wasn't involved with the whole Epstein list situation. Like that's a hoax. But the list itself.
He was trying to downplay the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, are we still talking about this Epstein guy?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Are we still bringing this up?
What's this? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Look, at the end of the day, I find it hard to just talk about Trump the whole time about this, but because he's the president, it gives us right now no other path. Like we can't right now just be like, oh, let's just start talking about Biden because he's not in there. But I guess what bothered me more than anything, even though I believe that this is a super fun, but watching live right now, smack that damn like button if you're in the building right now. What I'm saying is I'd like to put everybody in the same conversation.
I think Chris Tucker just released a statement too. I didn't really get to look at it.
Chris Tucker on Trump or on Epstein files?
Because he has pictures of Epstein.
Oh, see?
They released them.
People out there right now, the celebrities are going to start dropping. You know what it is? When they start releasing more and you start realizing your name's calling there, you better let people know in advance. Hey, listen, I'll let you know. I was over there 2 or 3 times. I was at a barbecue and I was smoking a cigar. I had a couple drinks. It wasn't me. You got to start getting out there. Even with the Diddy situation, because you know what it's going to be, V? There's going to be personal lawsuits, right? Like first they do all this. You see what comes out and all the attorneys going to jump in and go, hey, what happened to you? I was with that guy. We're going to sue him personally, civilly, get your money. That's when it start happening. People in the chat, are you with me right now? A lot of this shit's gonna start happening. If you're watching a live stream right now in the building, I'm finally looking at the stream right now. Everybody drop your states in the chat right now if you're watching live. Everybody, James, put your state too. Everybody, put where you're from. Put your states in the chat right now because now I'm looking at the damn chat for a minute. Everybody watching live, drop your states right now. I want to see where everyone's based at. New people coming in, old people being here, part of our show on a daily basis. We want to know who's in the building right now, who's watching every single day right now. We got Kentucky in the building right now. Hold on a second. We got Russia in the building. You're based in Russia? Is that right? Or are you talking about Russia? The Chrome said Epstein. He says CIA. That's why everyone been covering it up. Listen, that's what I'm saying. We don't know yet, right? Lala in the building. Let's go. More Kentucky. Pitbull Mama, Illinois in the chat right now. Chrome, Michigan, baby. We can't wait for the live games. We're covering a lot of that, boy. People in the chat right now, whatever state you're based in. Look, here's why I say the Epstein files are back under fire. The people are not going to let this go, right? None of us can let it go, right? So I'm going to Google, while we're sitting here right now on the screen, we're going to Google what the Epstein files released, right? What it looks like, the PDF or whatever on the screen. Is this it right here, Vig?
They released.
This right here? This one?
No.
Which one we looking at? Because I can see them on, there's a whole bunch of shit on
No,
there.
the ones on the right.
Like this? It's crazy.
That's it.
This would be, no way. This cannot be.
James,
in the chat right now, watching live, all the people in the building right now. Is this what it looks like on the list? There's no way.
Yeah,
this cannot be the Epstein files.
Yeah.
This right here on the right,
yes.
all black?
Yes.
That can't be. That's impossible. You're going to say Trump said, here you go. Here's the Epstein list.
Why do you think everybody's outraged? Why do you think
people in the chat, is this what it looks like on the right now? Somebody please tell me yes or no. Is this what the damn Epstein? Come on, V. There's no way.
No, and also Trump said the whole thing is a hoax.
That is no way that's the Epstein files right there.
Probably.
It
looks like it.
Nobody can live with this.
It is.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
How did someone do
what
that?
Did you think? What did you think we were talking about?
I'm just saying, nobody can do that. Nobody can do that. Like, it doesn't matter. Nobody can do that. Like, if you drop a list out there, look, even this is crazy on the right. That's crazy. Yeah. If you go to something, look, I'll give you this one here, a couple little boop, boop, address, a phone number, whatever. We want to show that, or you want to do this one right here. Hey, from this person to that person, keeping things quiet. You know, but this, to block all these bars like this and then actually completely cover up a whole page like this, it's impossible.
They release about 10% of the files, and out of the 10%, like 5% were already released. It was already stuff that we already had.
So they're not done.
And then the other 5% was this.
They're not done. They're not done.
But look, the other 5% was this.
Ivy said Trump is toast. If you're in the chat right now and you love my boy Trump. If you love Trump in the chat right now, put I love Trump right now. If you don't like him, just put I don't like him in the chat. I'm just saying, not just the files, right? We're not just talking about the files right now. You love the boy Trump or you don't. Ivy said Trump is toast. Just saying. Administration. And that's why I put the lower third. Did they fumble the files? Why do I say that? Because I know what you're saying by accident, but what I'm saying is this: you got a chance to do it right. And I think he said, okay, yeah, I'm gonna release. And I think he kind of fumbled the delivery, especially if he did nothing wrong.
What if somebody put that on your desk?
No,
you asked them to bring you a report or whatever, and they put that on your desk.
That right there, the black files.
Yeah. When you ask for transparency on something,
like,
oh, here you go.
If you ask for anything,
I don't believe that's the list right there.
Here you go, boss. I worked really hard on this. I worked all weekend through this to get it done.
I don't believe that's the files. People in the chat right now, is that the files? That's not the files, baby.
Yeah, you can get the PDFs right now.
I find it hard to believe. I'm looking at it right now. I look at it right here. PDF's right here. I just pulled it up on the damn screen right there. Bang. Here it is. PDF.
No, get the actual PDF. Yeah, that's it.
Right there, right? That's not as bad.
You can go get the PDF.
Hey, people in the chat, they're trying to talk about Trump. I don't think this is, look, who did this? Who did that? You think Trump did that? Trump didn't do that.
Not him personally.
We wish it was just like that.
Yeah, but Trump didn't.
The
But
little
Trump,
redacted.
but
like
Trump's
that.
not responsible for that list like that.
But he's responsible because
For transparency.
He's responsible for the country.
No, for transparency. 100%. 100%. I'm taking a look at it right now.
Who wouldn't want?
None of that is it.
If this,
You would want law
if
and
this
order.
was the list, I would already say erase that, unless it's somebody like their address or whatever. If it looked like this, they say, hey, this person right here was a witness. We can't put them. I'll give you that. But if you're going to put the list out there and it's going to look completely covered and just like, a whole bunch of nothing, I'm just not going to.
And it wasn't even it wasn't even like it was like a page and then it would be something redacted and then a page. It was consecutive 190 pages of redaction, and then they'll release like a couple pages of regular talking, and then another like
They're making fun of my boy
pages,
right now.
And then it just was like consecutive.
Yeah.
Black.
I got to give my boy a call after the show. I'm not gonna lie. I got to get on the horn. I got to get on the horn. I got to give my boy a call because I got to see what the hell is going on because I can't. There's no way. There's no way that Trump. There's no way. Okay, that Trump is going to leave the White House. Look, I'm telling you how I feel right now. Donald Trump is not going to leave the White House. Okay, people watching live, releasing these files here. There's just no way.
Is this making America great again? Is this making America great again? There's no way.
But he's not going to.
There's no way.
No,
come on. This is the opposite of what we should be doing as a country.
Yeah.
Like we should be standing for justice, protecting the victims.
But James, remember this conversation. Vaughn, remember this conversation. Because when the Democrats if the Democrats get back in office, they could do this. And when they don't do
this, it's going to be that long.
No, but it don't matter.
If they do,
transparency.
It should be any party.
This is going to have to get released.
This should.
Oh
be,
yeah, I agree. No, I'll give you that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, I want everybody to know in this room right now, when this is over, if the Democrats get back in, and they got Mamdani, and they got Newsom, and they got freaking what's her name, Kamala Harris. When we go high, we go low, we go high. When all that's happening, we're gonna say, get the list out. And when she's in there for 4 years, or he's in there for 4 years, I want to get the excitement from everybody, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, to be like, release the list. What's the list at?
It's probably gonna be
That's all
easier
I'm
for
telling
them
you.
to do it because
I'm just saying.
it's gonna be easier because they're
Maybe.
they're not that associated with these people.
Yeah, I'm not denying that.
Yeah,
I'm not on the list. I don't care.
This is kind of way before their time.
If it was up to me, I put the list out right now. But the point is, remember this conversation because Democrats, if they get in office, they're gonna forget about the list. Only reason they'll do it is if they know they can get Trump in trouble. If the Democrats know, I'm gonna get Trump, I got the list, he's in trouble, they're gonna do it. The minute they know they cannot get Trump in trouble, Democrats are gonna forget about this damn list like every other politician forgets about the list. That's what's gonna happen. And I want James to get on here and be like, release the list.
I would, of course.
Okay, we'll find out.
Because it looks like this country is protecting wealthy people.
I'm not saying you wouldn't do it.
No,
I'm not saying you wouldn't do it.
That's who was asking for it in the first place. It was the people. The people kept asking, hey, yo, the list.
I agree.
The list.
Let's do it.
And they're like, yo.
I mean, who does it look like?
rolled the ring.
What citizens are
You know
being
why?
protected?
You want to know why? You want to know why? Because Trump also ran on that too. Like he ran on this whole safety thing, and
He ran on releasing the list.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's my point. That this is where I say this is bad because he did run on, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. Then you got to do it, and that's the shitty part when you put your foot in your mouth. When I tell my kids when I come home today, we're going to the zoo. No, it's not even today. We're going to the zoo on Wednesday, and it's Tuesday night, and they're like, "Going to the zoo tomorrow." I'm like, "Who? We're going to the zoo tomorrow. You told me we're going to the zoo on Wednesday." I'm like, "Shit!" I start sweating. I'm going to the zoo. Yo, the zoo's big as hell. You got to walk around everywhere. It's hot. Like I'm in Miami. It's hot. I'm going to the zoo. But now I told him I'm going to the zoo. Brady, if you take the garbage out, do this, wash dishes, we're going to the zoo. Now I'm going to the zoo. But I got to do it now. Trump did that. And I think that's the problem. People watching live in the building right now, we greatly appreciate you.
So now he got to go to the zoo.
It's time to go to the zoo for Trump, boy. And you know what? After the show, I'm going to have to get off the phone and give him a call and ask him what time he's going to the zoo because I'm going to meet him at the zoo at this point. We got to get this done. We're working this shit together. We got to make sure. Because let me tell you something. If I want another Republican to win the election, in the next election, he's got to do this. Because Republicans want it out. Democrats want it out. This is not Democrats only want the list out. It's just Democrats are very vocal because that's how they want to get his ass out of office. That's all I'm saying.
Of course, it's
That's
an
all
angle.
I'm saying. It's an angle. Thank you.
But like he can easily really like if you were guilty, what would you be? How would you be behaving? If you were innocent, how would you be behaving? You know, there's so many.
Or if your friend was on the list, how would you be behaving? There's a lot of questions.
Yeah, this is just so wrong in so many different ways that it doesn't look good. And I don't understand how we as a country look good in this.
Yeah,
how
agreed.
the people in there and I get it too. People at the top, they orchestrate these things. And yeah, Pam Bondi, you can get rid of her and tell her she did a terrible job. You get rid of FBI people. You do whatever you want. But like this is like unacceptable.
Hey, look, I appreciate you beautiful people watching the show today. We had a lot of conversation. I think this is something that, is going to go on. I think it's bad for the administration. I think it's I'd like to see Trump do a lot of great things. I'd like to see our country do a lot of great things. I think that the only way for him to leave office with the utmost respect is to give us something that we can see. More things are coming out, but you can't give us a black piece of paper. Like, unfortunately, like I said, Republican vote for Trump, love a lot of the things that he does, lowering taxes, lowering interest rates, doing this now. I'm a big fan, all this stuff. Even, deport, let them stay. We have that conversation. I'd like to see everybody here, but I don't want a bunch of illegal people walking everywhere. So I like a lot of things that he's doing. This is one in particular where fumbling this could lead to, I don't think Republicans are not going to vote for him. I just think that it just gives a crutch or a leg to stand on for Democrats to try to go into the next election. And as we start getting further and further, that's just how I feel about it. Anybody got anything else to say today?
No, I would just say that like it's not. I don't think it's a Democrat Republican issue. I think this is a great moment for any person who wants to stand for justice to get out there and put the work in. This is not the America I want to believe in. I want to believe like bad people go down for doing bad things. This is the opposite.
I agree. Vaughn, you feel the same way?
Yeah,
I'm building right now.
And also, remember what Plump was saying? I think Donald Trump's health is declining a little bit.
Here we go.
No, I seen him on a couple of meetings.
Now, Vaughn, I already got stabbed once today. This is bad. Now, Vaughn's hit me with the decline of my man, Santa Claus. This is crazy.
I've been seeing him fall asleep at
Not
meetings,
a good Christmas present.
Everything.
Passing out, narcolep? Not a good Christmas present. Not a good Christmas present.
And he's doing this.
Oh, wow. That's what he's leaning forward? Oh, wow. People in the chat, we love and appreciate you. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. If you guys enjoyed the show today, get ready. We got a lot of things coming, a lot of action-packed live guests. Everything in the studio is expanding, baby. Get ready to go for the show every single day at 12 o'clock in the building. If you enjoyed the show, put yes in the chat right now. If you did not, then put no and tell us how we can fix the damn thing because we're coming to you, giving to you straight the best way that we can. Let me close those polls because I actually opened up a new poll that was in the chat that I never closed down. In the building right now, having that conversation. We love and appreciate you. We'll see all of you beautiful people tomorrow morning. I will be live, whether it's here or home. I will jump on the stream, and we have a lot going on. Actually, tomorrow is the 24th, so I'm actually wrong. I lied. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, and then we have Christmas, so I will not be live on Christmas Eve or Christmas. So I apologize. I said that wrong. I greatly appreciate you. Make sure you're in the Instagram chat. If you're not in the Instagram chat right now, drop your Instagram name right now so we can add you to that. We want you to be part of the Instagram chat so you know when we're live every damn day. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell.
Brandon, but what about Friday?
We could jump back in the building right after Christmas.
The post-Christmas special.
Right after Christmas, we'll be back in the building. But for you guys know, tomorrow we're not live next day, but we will be uploading content. I'll be uploading some clips of the show. During this live stream, we'll be uploading. So we'll be telling them, hey, jump on and get what we got, what we're putting out.
You can watch this one again.
We love and appreciate you beautiful people joining our show. Get ready for all the uploads, shorts, and everything that's going on. We'll see all you beautiful people, not tomorrow, not Christmas, but the next day. And we have some amazing things we're going to be doing right after the show.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays, beautiful people. Vaughn, salute these people. We'll see all you beautiful people in a couple days. Get ready for notifications. Make sure you're watching live, not tomorrow, not Christmas, but probably the day after. We'll see all you beautiful people soon. Have a great freaking holiday. We'll see all you soon.